Warning: the following broadcast contains strong opinions, playful antics, and controversial topics causing off-the-rails fun. Chances for being offended are higher than average for sensitive people. Viewer discretion is not advised. Live a little and have some fun.
And welcome to the 190th episode of the Coach's Box, Call It Like We See It podcast. We are a little bit delayed this evening because of commitments that we have to do with our jobs. It's called baccalaureate for me, Zach, and Kevin. Kevin's actually still doing stuff because he's such a good soldier. But the rest of us, we're here. Except for Jim, because Jim has very important
Jim's never here. It's all right.
Things to do. He's a very important man. He is.
He's VIP.
Big time Jimmy Jim. So, fellas, what's up? How's it going? What's new?
Jimmy
what are you
Jim's
all up
very
to?
Appropriate. Man, what are we up to? I mean, you're the one with all the stuff that's up. I mean, I don't know. Hey, it is. If you didn't know, it is graduation season, and it's on us, fellas. So I mean, it's here, and not that I'm counting down, Zach, but I mean, we got 4.5 days, basically 5.5 days left.
Yeah. Well, how many days do we have left, Zach?
Man, we had our last days with the kids.
Correct.
0 with the kids and 1 work day tomorrow. Well, I mean, I guess. I don't know. I'll take my public school salary, though. You know, it's all good.
Yeah. That.
Hey, wait a minute. Hey, I think Chris will probably take a public school salary too.
Well, I mean, yeah, Jason. Chris,
I did.
What?
We got to talk about it. Let's go ahead and talk about it.
Let's bust out that red, man. I mean, I'm so used to seeing you in dark colors, blue and black.
Well, I mean, I'll still wear black because I just like wearing black. It's the color of my soul. But no, I made a decision. And
heart, soul, whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my lack of talent in coaching to Fox next year and be their boys basketball coach and teach some special education. And I'm pretty excited about it. It is going to be different getting back into the public school world of things, but I got to meet with the athletic director and some of the administration already, and going to be meeting with coaches and players pretty soon. So it's about to start up for me, and it's all starting new. So, after 5 years of coaching at St. Pius, 4 years of working there, it's definitely a big change in that aspect, but I like challenges, and I'm ready to go. I got to wear red again. Yep.
And there's so many things I want to say with the letter. Like you and I mean, there's so many things you can go with this F.
Wow, Jason. This is a family show. That's what F is for. It's for family.
Say any words. I just was going letters that went with.
Yeah.
Fun. Yeah. It's gonna be
inappropriate
fun.
Things that start with F for 1,000, Alex. Flex. That's there you go. It's like, hey, what are you gonna run? We're gonna run the Princeton offense.
Four-letter word.
Yeah. It is in the Herky basketball program, but I'm excited. I mean, the worst part about it is, Jason, we don't get to play each other. You just don't. It sucks.
Well,
wait.
You got to make an adjustment.
Hey, I think what's going to happen is you guys get more enrollment and you become one of the big schools in the county, like you should be. In the conference, since the conference kind of shifted around a little bit, you guys could move up into the big school conference side. Yeah. And, as your enrollment keeps growing, you guys, we might be in the same district someday. There you go.
Isn't there an opening?
Zach, I think we already kicked you guys out, so you have no say in the conference, so shut up.
No, I'm just saying, the Bruce Thomas tournament, isn't there an opening? So Chris, get in that tournament.
We already filled it.
Bowl?
I'm sure there's a waiting list for the Bruce Thomas tournament, Zach. It's as prestigious as the Park Hills Christmas tournament. Very prestigious.
It's getting deep. Getting very deep.
The Bruce Thomas tournament's got a rich tradition of history. For the last decade, it's been one of the premier tournaments in January. Yeah.
Well,
I never won it. So
speaking of prestigious, have they hired a successor of you over there at the St. Pius and Ted?
I have not been privy to that information. I'm pretty sure once I said I was going to go, nobody wants to tell me anything. So, no, I don't know. I have no idea. I do know that they did hire a girls coach. So that has been filled, but as far as a boys coach, no, I do not know. They didn't ask me to sit in on the interviews, so I was like, okay, well.
Man, I can't believe that.
You weren't on the committee?
I was not on the committee to replace myself. I kind of feel like that's might be faux pas. I don't think that's a really good idea.
I would have loved to have been in the interview room if it would have been.
Well, I would ask very simple questions. I wouldn't do anything. I wouldn't say anything bad or anything. I'm a professional, Jason. If you've watched this show enough, you understand how professional I am. Just saying. I take things very seriously. I take this show very seriously.
Well, I mean, you do because
190 times.
You're one of the ones. Yeah, you're one of the ones that actually shows up most of the time. So yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? Like Zach sometimes doesn't show up because he's trying to be a good dad. Freaking loser. Gosh. Mandy said I can't go on the show this week.
I was going to say, you probably have bigger news than any of us recently there, Zach.
Yeah, Zach, let's hear about your news. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Bring it up. Let's go.
Well, we officially finalized our adoption, which is exciting news for the family. Everybody that, kind of obviously family and friends knew that we went through that journey. And right after the Mizzou Bowl game, we flew out to Washington State and adopted a little boy, and all of that now has been finalized. So we celebrated that. This end of the school year is just crazy. It's been a whirlwind, but I guess that would be last Friday.
Man, look at you go. That's awesome though, Zach. It really is. I mean, that's something to take some, to adopt someone who's not your own flesh and blood, that you don't know. It's one thing. I mean, that it might be a friend of a family or something, but to do that and bring someone into your home like that, it's awesome. I mean, there's a lot of kids out there who need that. Obviously, going to a very good family with Manny and Ethan, very good family. And you, of course. I got to take shots. Baccalaureate was fun too. I took shots. Everybody at my table. Don't worry. Nobody was safe. Nobody was safe.
That's what we were wondering, if you took shots before baccalaureate. I'm
100% sober. I'm just saying. I was like, I just wound up. I'm ready to go. We're going to get out of here. Let's go.
It was a Catholic baccalaureate.
I know. And it's funny is I think there was actually someone who had not been there before asking, wait a minute, is this the only thing that there's no alcohol at here at St. Pius? And, well, I mean, as far as events, there's a lot of events there. It's just the way it is. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not making things up. Just saying. Jason, what's the matter?
Jarvis doesn't even know what to say right now.
What?
Oh, well, I mean, anything I'm going to say is inappropriate. So I'm trying to
Now, come on.
Hey, we are using a new computer program, Jarvis, so we don't exactly know when we're live and when we're not.
You're live.
We're live.
You're live.
I'm watching it. It looks clear as day on Facebook. So
does it really?
On my screen, it does not, but on Facebook,
it is
I'm
not.
looking at
well, you know what?
Clear as all get out.
I told you we were good. I got this down. I got this.
This
is
all about the free material we throw out, and 2 people watch it every week, and it's a good thing. I think. Oh, we got 3 now. We were at 4, now we're at 3.
Wow, Jason with the live.
On my screen, But I think it's very awesome that you did that. My wife was adopted, and so she really thought that was awesome too. And there's a lot of kids out there, a lot of parents that want to have kids and can't or whatever, and they adopt, and that's awesome that you bring someone in, and as I could tell, and it looked like it just was seamlessly boom into the family, and things are going well.
It's been a great transition. So obviously not going through any of that before, but for Washington State and Missouri and all that, everything's been, like you said, pretty seamless. So we're excited and ready to take that journey with him. But
that's awesome, man.
Speaking of journeys,
oh boy,
the band.
Let's get. Well, okay, that's fine. Don't stop believing. I mean, I guess we could.
Is that what we're doing with the Cardinals?
Why do we got to talk about the Cardinals? I got a text from somebody today who does watch our show, and they said, "Are you guys going to talk about the stupid Cardinals not winning?" And you do every week, and I'm like, let's take a week and not talk about the Cardinals because it'll just make everyone sad, and we'll all be upset. And Jason might say things he regrets later. But yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
I keeping it pretty PG.
It's a family show. Yeah. That's why they have the F on the hat right now for family.
Well, you're talking about journeys. My thing is this. Let's get into it. Talk about NBA draft. Is Bronny going to the league? All of this news about is Bronny going to get drafted? Is this nepotism at its finest? Is this money, putting butts in the seats? Like, what are we doing here? I mean, you've got the NBA Combine right now, and from the different TikToks or Reels or whatever people tune into, it looks like he's doing well. But do you draft him? Does he get drafted? What's going on?
Well,
Dallas.
Go ahead.
Mavericks going to draft him, so LeBron comes to Dallas.
So the news is LeBron shows up. He's got the opt out from the Lakers contract. He shows up at the Celtics Cavaliers game.
Cleveland.
Yeah, in Cleveland. Yeah. And of course, everybody's got to see. He doesn't show up he's not there at the beginning. He's not there at halftime. He basically comes in between, makes his scene or whatever, and everybody says it's a power play for him in order to see if these teams will draft his son, and obviously he wants to play with his son next year. The thing about, and then obviously that's why everybody's saying it's nepotism, but it's like, wait a minute here. What if you do that? If you bring LeBron James in, or you draft Bronny just to get LeBron, you're bringing all of the same crap that's been an issue with LeBron with him there. On top of, now you bring his kid. So now you got 2 of them. And I'm pretty sure that Bronny only averaged, 4.5 points per game as a freshman last year?
Yep.
At USC. When's the last time that somebody was drafted averaging 4.5 points per game at the college level in the first or second round of the NBA draft?
Must be a heck of a passer.
Well, I don't even think he's that. He's only 6'1". He's got a 6'7" wingspan. It's not like he was setting the world on fire and everybody says, man, his upside's high. You're basically drafting Bronny to get LeBron for a year. That's it. Mm-hmm. That's it. And is it worth it?
That's good. Hey, well, it's going to be ticket. It's going to be ticket sales.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be, it's going to be selling jerseys. Yeah. It's going to be a moneymaker for you if you're an owner. And us in St. Louis, we all know about moneymaker owners. So yeah, one of these billionaires or their groups, somebody's going to pull the trigger on it and draft
Mark
him.
Cuban in Dallas.
I mean, okay. Where do you think LeBron ranks in terms of still being a superstar player? Is he not top 10, top 15, top 20 in the league? Where do you see him?
Oh, yes, he is. Oh, yes.
I mean, he still puts up the numbers. Okay, he puts up the offensive numbers. It's just the other stuff that goes with it. And now, look, guys, it's not like his body is going to hold up like it has been. You can see the decline in the amount of games that he plays. He's got the load management crap has got to kick in. And I get it. You don't care if because he's on your roster and you have him, and when he's out there, he's obviously going to play. But I don't know. I mean, I'm sure somebody will do it, and they'll draft Bronny. But then, I mean, I'm going to say this, and it's going to sound very bad. You basically hoard out your kid and force somebody to draft him. He's not that good. He's not.
Well, and
tell me I'm wrong.
He is doing a disservice to Bronny. Bronny should be playing in college for another year or two. I'm not saying that he wouldn't be NBA ready, but dude, because you have this dream of playing with your son, and obviously it's getting to the point of where you're questioning should you keep playing or not. So let's escalate. I know maybe the heart issue or whatever Bronny had at not LSU, USC was bothering him, but and that maybe sped them up on their plan. But I don't know. Someone's going to draft him because they're going to want LeBron.
I mean, I don't disagree. I think that's the thing. Somebody's going to want LeBron, and it's going to be a team that's obviously geared more towards winning right now. What's it going to cost as far as the money? Is he going to take, the veteran minimum? Which, if at this point you've had however many max contracts you've made, can he what? He can, but will he?
Is he even allowed to?
Why wouldn't he be?
Well, I thought because I thought the NBA, the way their contracts worked was that if you are slotted again, like we said, if he's ranked in the top 10, 15, 20, whatever of players, like they have to take those max contracts.
I mean,
that's how I thought it worked.
Since the last collective bargaining agreement, that might be the case. But then, okay, so if you're a team that's right there at the point where you're ready to win, how can you do that and then have all the talent that you're going to need? Because it's hard to win you can't do the super teams anymore. We've kind of hit on this a little bit on the show. The super team thing doesn't work for a lot of reasons because you spend so much money on the other max contracts that you have to have. I mean, you need some guys, but you need some guys who are more role playing guys too than you do the studs. LeBron's very good at this point in his career at facilitating and deferring the scoring and things like that, and he has the ability still to do the things that make him a great basketball player, but he can't go to a team that's just loaded with other dudes because I think like the superstar kind of guys, the guys who have to have the ball in their hands, That's just I don't think that works out. They tried that in Brooklyn, Houston, everywhere where James Harden's ever been. It hasn't worked.
That's different, though. We're talking about LeBron. LeBron
I know.
is different than James.
I agree with that, but how's that working with the Lakers right now?
It's not working with the Lakers.
I go back to the question. Yeah. Well, I go back to the question of, okay, are you gonna be side with Bronny being drafted and being on the same roster, on the same team together, or does it morph or transition into, hey, I want to be on the court with him. We need to have so many minutes and so many touches, so many shots. Is that going to be a problem? So that's kind of the first thing. And then the second thing, to get your opinion, does this show that we live in a world where these athletes, these superstars, these icons, do they have too much power in their respective leagues? Or is this just an NBA thing? What do you guys think in terms of that? I mean, it's kind of twofold here. Do you think it morphs into the problem of a locker room issue where, hey, now I want my kid to play? And again, do superstars have too much power?
Go ahead, Jason.
Well, I don't think all or all guys have the power that LeBron's having. But I mean, I would think he's going to want him to play if he's on the team. I mean, that's the whole idea. I'm going to play on the same team as Bronny. The ideal situation, which came right out of his mouth, would be me and Bronny on the same team.
Well, I think that I think
power.
I'm just saying. I think that with LeBron's recent history with coaches right now, I don't know if that's a good idea or not. I mean, how many coaches have they went through with the Lakers since he's been there? Obviously, he had trouble with guys in Cleveland when he was there, especially once he got back from Miami and on his 4-year trip down there. He can't be coached by anybody, and it's what it definitely looks like. He might as well, whatever team that wants to draft Bronny needs to fire their coach immediately, hire LeBron to be the player coach like it used to be back in the 70s, and just let it roll, because he's the one who's calling the shots. Hell, he might as well just be the GM, because that's what's happening here. I mean, why not? To be honest with you, I think the locker room in a team where I'm not joking and I'm not being facetious. If there's a team that has LeBron James as a player coach, I would say that team has less crap happening as far as turmoil than having a coach that LeBron disagrees with on the regular. Thoughts?
That's why he wants JJ Redick.
There'll still be a problem.
I mean, he's gonna want a yes man, but then that morphs into he's got to have yes men on the roster. And does he have the clout enough to put together a winning roster if something like that would ever occur? That's kind of the big thing. I mean, I'm not going to ever question his basketball IQ, because ever since high school he was a smart basketball player. So could he do it? Sure. I just don't know if you can do that over 82 games and then get to the playoffs and then try and win a championship, if that's even the goal at this point. And so, I mean, that's the thing. He's got to figure out, or whoever he goes to has to figure out what's the goal. Go to some bad team and make money, fill seats, or try to go somewhere where you're going to win. Well, sorry, if you're going to go somewhere where you want to win, that's going to take coaching. That's going to take that's going to take a staff. That's going to take obviously a good roster.
Wait a minute. No, just get 3 million fans. That's all you need. 3 million fans.
Yeah.
Year after year after year, right?
Year after year after year, and suck and suck and suck. That'll work.
Yeah.
Suck some more.
They'll still show up.
That's a good transition.
Yeah, sorry, there's a lot of suckage still lingering
Still a lot of
from
suckage.
last episode.
Well, they did manage to put together a winning streak, Jason. So there's
that's going to abruptly end. It did.
It
abruptly end.
I'm gonna say it
couldn't sleep the Angels.
We're not talking about them. Stop it.
Oh, sorry.
Just when they think they pull you back in.
I hate LeBron. I'm not a LeBron fan, guys.
It's over here. It's over there. Hey, we're talking. Let's start talking about the Cardinals.
Well,
I just hate LeBron.
I just can't stand talking about him.
Your segues are great.
I know. I think he's a pompous ass with wanting to think that his son just needs to be on his team and that people are entertaining the idea.
Well, yeah, dude, because you get a chance to have LeBron on your team.
And it's just think of so many,
this
players that I would there's so many players out there just I like way more than I'll ever even remotely like LeBron. Do I think LeBron's a great player? Yes. Do I think LeBron's in the top 5 ever? Yes. But do I like LeBron? No. And the only thing I can say that I really like about LeBron is the only controversy he brings is what he brings on by himself. Other than him, he hasn't gotten, caught doing anything bad. That's one thing I have to say.
He definitely has been a good role model of how you're supposed to act off the court. He is not a good role model of how you act on the court with
he's
his
the queen of flop.
Yes. I mean, I equate watching LeBron play basketball to watching
when
soccer.
Did that happen?
Floppy, flop, flop, embellish. It is so embarrassing.
No.
Americans love.
I'm glad you brought up soccer. I'm going to actually talk about soccer in a second.
Hang on.
Now.
Americans love someone who's going to fight and not, do all this faking, flopping stuff. When you're at that level, that's one of the reasons why soccer has had a hard time being a sport that Americans just really like because of that nonsense there. And then you watch LeBron
Are you saying
play.
We need a real American hero?
I need a soccer player who's going to headbutt somebody in the face and not fall down and act like he broke his leg, he's paralyzed, will never walk again, and then jump up like there was some kind of miracle that happened. If you're hurt, you're hurt. Stay down. Let them carry you off the field. Jim Brown's like, I'm going to get up because I don't want anybody to see me get hurt, see that I'm hurting. Not just I'm going to fake it to get that card. No, I'll fight you.
No.
That's if I want to get you to get a card, we're going to fight right here, and I'll make sure you're out too. I don't know. But then watch LeBron, hard. And he doesn't even get hit, and he just jerks his head and falls down and in the face.
And that's why, and that's why LeBron aggravates me so much.
Yes,
Kobe, great Laker, great player, one of the top 5 players ever, I think. Tears his Achilles tendon, gets back up, walks over and shoots the damn free throws, and walks himself to the locker room.
Yeah. I mean, that's just
and
bad-ass dude there.
LeBron would have been on the floor. There would have been tears. They would have had to roll out the stretcher, everything.
Do you guys remember when he had those cramps in the NBA Finals and they carried him off the court? He was with the Heat. You all remember that? When he started, he got dehydrated for playing so much, and then it's like
playing so hard,
bro. Jordan had the flu, and he played. I mean, come on.
Dude, he had that pizza that pizza was it Detroit? The pizza about killed him.
Yeah,
and he played and scored whatever, and they won. Yeah. Food poisoning was for real. You could just see it. He was pouring sweat, but he was not a brawny.
Willis Reed, he's going to play through. I mean, there's guys that are going to play, and then
Ronnie Lott cut his finger off. Come on, people.
You can miss 6 to 8 weeks with surgery, or we can cut it off and you go back to playing. He said, "I'll cut it off," and that's the kind of guy like Americans are like, "Yeah, that's what I want to see right there."
That's why
badass there.
I wasn't a Niners fan, but gosh, how can you not root a guy on like that?
Yeah,
cut that damn thing. Just cut the damn thing off. I want
to go back and play, man.
So when did this happen? When did this happen for LeBron? Because he played through the early Cav years. I mean, again, he's
the decision
been the dude since coming in.
The decision ruined him.
The decision ruined him.
It ruined how everybody thought of him, and then his whole
not
the aura.
Younger generation, but yes.
Oh no, I mean they must think that's like the guy he made a decision. That's the coolest thing ever. Shut up. It was so dumb. It was so bad. It was an hour long. It's an hour long. You could have just freaking told us. Put the microphone in front of you in 10 seconds. Hey, I'm going to go play in Miami.
And you remember like them talking about how many championships he was going to win on that show?
Not one.
I won two.
No, you won 2. You won 2. That was it. Hey. You went to the finals all 4 years. So you won 2. That was it.
Yeah.
That was it, though.
All right. So here's in the finals, huh? What's his record in the finals?
Not better than Jordan. Just say
whatever it is. I don't even care. I don't like him. Don't like you, LeBron.
He's not watching.
All right, so this spins off to another set of questions.
Crap.
This is across the board. This is basketball. This is football. This is baseball. Again, hockey. I think they play till like they're 80. So. When should icons? We're not talking about the stars. We're talking about the icons of the game. When should they retire? So all of the GOATs, when you think of the GOATs, did they retire too late? I mean, we're talking about Tom Brady. We're talking about Michael Jordan. You know, we're talking about anybody else that you guys want to think of off the top of your head. Should they have walked away with the iconic team that they played for?
Well, Jerry, the freaking GM at the Chicago Bulls, ruined it for Michael Jordan. Ruined it. How do you not let them go for the 4th? You have to let that happen. And he didn't. And that's what I think prolonged, like the whole he retires, comes back and plays for the Wizards, blah, blah, blah. Dude, it's hard to retire. I watched a podcast the other day. I think it had Tom Brady on, and they were talking about retirement. It's like the hardest thing for an athlete. I think it was Shannon. Is it Shannon Sharp? What Sharp does the Shannon that does the
Shay.
Yeah. And they were talking about he's just retiring is like the hardest thing for an athlete. I think it was him and Barkley that were talking, and Barkley talked about how he shouldn't have played as long as he did. That he was a shell of himself.
Well,
you know, and Shaq talked about how he was.
That's literally all they've done.
Yeah, dude. When I
is that all you're going to say on that? Jeez.
When I was done playing college football, it was depressing. I was done. Like, I'm not ever going to play again. Yeah.
Well, you spend your whole life doing this. You spend your whole life doing it, and that's who you are. That's how people know you. I mean, so it's tough when you're not preparing for that part of your life. You know,
think about
pro athletes, and then all of a sudden it's like I'm getting a paycheck for playing this game, and now the next thing you know, it's like, wait, I'm not making that same kind of money. I don't have the same kind of life at that point. You probably got a family and kids, and now it's like all these people around you that they don't want to be around you because you're not the man. So now, I'm sure for people who've had that class of themselves, it's probably tough on them mentally because now you're not the guy that anybody wants to hang around with or leech off of, and you don't have the money, and there's all kinds of problems.
The structure, yeah.
Yes.
Well, and you bring up a good point, Zach. The structure. I mean, my son Dylan, I think, struggled a little bit with college this year. He's made great grades. But he struggled going from Okay, football practice is over. Oh, Tuesday I have basketball practice after football practice. Oh, then I got hitting for baseball this day, or I got that. And it was from the moment school started till the end, practice to practice, game to game, whatever we were doing. And then all of a sudden that stops completely. And you're like, uh-oh.
Well,
what do I have to fill that void?
It's like, that story about idle hands,
Yeah. I think that they
think about we're talking about athletes. Think about coaches that have done this. Think about the coach. Look at Alan Davis came back. I mean, about Terry Edwards that are coaching 80. I mean, it's hard to quit.
Yeah. No, you're
hard to retire from that.
You're not wrong
I've
there.
known it since I was. I mean, I've known sports since I was 3 years old. Probably, I've been playing YMCA, whatever, since 3 o'clock. 3 years old. 3 o'clock. 3 years old. So I mean, and some of these guys have been playing football or basketball or baseball since. And then all of a sudden,
I just wish. You look at Brett Favre, you look at Montana, you look at Michael Jordan, you look at Tom Brady. I know Brady won another Super Bowl, but like you look at all of these guys, and man, you just think, just stay with your team, go out on top, and then go do something else. Anything like, I get it. We are as competitive can be, but like,
it's not the same, Zach.
I know.
No, it's
not the same. Winning a Super Bowl is not the same as being a broadcaster at the Super Bowl. Screw that.
I know.
No, you want to be.
You want to be out there.
The same as I bet I never won a championship, but if it's just not the same.
Yeah,
I totally understand it because I struggled with it when I was done with college sports. I struggled with not having that structure anymore. Luckily, I became a coach, but I mean, still, it's not the same. I mean, look at all of us. Some of us have put on some weight since our playing days, right?
Some,
yeah, some of us.
A lot.
I mean, your eating habits, everything in your thing. It's crazy when you see some of these linemen that used to be 325 pounds. And now you see them and they're like 230 or 40. And you're like, oh, crap.
That's what happens, man.
What's the secret? Stop eating.
It's hard. It's hard to do that.
It's hard, especially when you're when you're burning 40, you're burning 4,000 to 5,000 calories a day. And to go from that to not doing that anymore. I don't know. I don't envy any of those guys for when making the decision on when to retire or not to retire.
You don't think it tarnishes? I mean, and that's my whole debate is, does it tarnish their legacy? Does it diminish? Because you can't diminish Tom Brady's legacy. No.
He came back and won it with another team without Bill Belichick.
Right.
I mean,
we look at Michael Jordan as the GOAT in basketball, right? But nobody ever talks about the Washington days.
Yeah, they do. They talk about he played 82 games. He played all 82 games at 40 years old. We got guys that are 20 taking days off in the NBA now. 82 games at 40 years old.
GOAT.
He's the GOAT.
No question about it.
I will anytime, any place, anywhere people bring it up. There's just not no. Yes, LeBron has the stats, but he's no.
He's not the GOAT.
I grew up watching Magic, Iverson, Jordan. Screw that. No, LeBron is not. I don't even know. I hate LeBron. I hate it. I don't hate LeBron. I just hate.
No, you hate LeBron. Just be honest with you. You hate him.
I just hate the way he acts.
You hate him. You hate him. It is the way it is. You hate him. It's fine. It's fine, Jason.
Okay.
It's okay.
He shouldn't. If you're the greatest or you think you're the GOAT, you shouldn't have to tell people you're the GOAT. And he's basically said that. And that's no.
Because that's what he does.
Never heard Jordan say that. Never heard Jordan say it. Ever.
It's just what he does. All right, well, we're going to jump to a break. And I say jump to, we are way overdue for one. But when we come back, there's going to be more NBA talk, and you are watching the Coaches Box.
I'm a bird stuck in Larry Bird's attic. And I'm going cuckoo.
What the heck?
What you got, Larry? May the best bird win. Rick. You may be a legend on the court, but you're an amateur up here. Heads up, Larry. So get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem, like me.
Mayhem is everywhere. Are you in good hands?
On average, heating and cooling account for around 40% of your energy bills. Introducing the efficient Daikin Fit, a revolutionary HVAC system for ducted homes. While other units use considerable energy turning on and off, the Daikin Fit saves energy through consistent comfort control. It's the perfect fit for homes like yours. See the difference. Feel the benefits. Daikin Fit.
Give Home by SMCI a call today at 636-337-4444 or email them at service@homebysmci.com.
Hey guys, if you've been in to check out the changes at Casey Buck's Grub and Pub, stop by, check us out. We've got awesome wings, we got great pizza, we got a steak sandwich, a steak salad. Holy cow, we got games, we've got lotto, we've got cold beer, we've got a little bit of everything. Stop by, check us out, check out the weekly specials, barbecue, pork steaks, yum. Harold's Market, thank you, my friends. Check us out. We are waiting for you.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Coach's Box Call It Like We See It podcast. This is episode 190. If you do like our show and you enjoy watching it and watching us act like fools and do other things, you can check us out on our YouTube channel. You can see us on our Facebook page. However you're watching us right now, or if you are listening to us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, you enjoy all of this free content all the time for free. Because it's free, as Jason told us in the commercial break.
I noticed that I was telling a lot of things in that commercial break.
Yeah, we just, you're a good salesman. We just put you out there in front, Jason, because we just know that's what
Jarvis,
people want.
Dude, before
Jarvis, yes? who knew we had Fred Durst on the show?
Fred Durst. That's good stuff.
You just referenced Fred Durst.
Hey, and he does break stuff. He's
got to break stuff. Yeah, yes, he does.
I'm not the world's worst human being. That's according to Fred Durst. He's the world's worst human being.
No, he's not. But
I'm
a bird. I'm a bird trapped in Larry Bird's attic or whatever. I like that commercial, dude. That had me going.
I love those commercials. They just got to keep it
does
going.
a great job, doesn't he?
Yeah.
The one,
Oh, yeah.
I love the one when he's playing one-on-one with his brother.
I haven't put that on here yet.
And rips the goal off the house. I love that one.
See you, Mom.
Well, heck, with that storm we had around here, everybody's getting new roofs.
Man.
Giving them out. New
Oh,
roof
yeah.
here, new roof there. Everybody get a new roof. I got to work on it.
You
thought
think
you
in
said it was fine.
2024 Yeah, you think in 2024 there'd be a way to avoid all of the hail damage that comes through. But
yeah, it's called get a metal roof.
I'll say the hood of my truck isn't happy about that storm. Woo.
No. My classroom window is not happy about that.
No doubt.
Oh, my classroom window. It's not like you were doing anything in there anyway.
Yeah, all the kids were on the
No,
phone.
we were avoiding the tornado coming through.
There's no phone policy. They're all texting and YouTubing and whatever.
Once they were able to have their phones outside of Zach's class. They're so happy. Welcome back. Anyway.
Civilization.
I know. I give my Snapchat streaks, bro. All right. Back to what counts in the world of sports. Right now, well, I'll tell you what, I think we're going to a Game 7 in the Western Conference semifinals because the T-Wolves right now are putting it on Denver. Denver's up 3-2 in the series, and the Timberwolves are up 86-60, and it's almost the end of the third quarter. So I guess the Ant-Man decided, Jarvis, what the hell are you doing?
Sorry,
He's turning his TV on. His ADD kicked in.
Yep.
Hang on, we're all on camera here. Let me just go up.
Yeah.
Here's my elbow.
Yeah, I know. What do I care? I do what I want.
Hey,
one gosh dang hit. Anyway. yeah, it's epic.
It's a good series. I mean,
go ahead, Zach, say it.
I was gonna say, is Ant-Man is he the new it guy? I mean, is he going to take the mantle as the next guy, or does the Joker, does he still have kind of a stranglehold on? Because I think we are starting to see the old regime, the KDs, the LeBrons. You can throw Steph in there. All of those guys for the past 10 years plus, they're, I think, phasing out, and you're getting some new guys coming in. Is he going to be that guy in your opinion?
Zach,
what?
I have a very, very serious thing to tell you. About 2 episodes ago, when I was doing the show all by myself, I literally talked about that. Oh gosh, did Jason decide he's done? All right, but we I talked about it because I do believe that we are seeing a changing of the guard where, the sun is setting on some of these guys, and you can see it. LeBron's at the end, Durant's at the end, Curry's at the end. And if they are going to be playing, we reference it in the last segment. Yeah. They are a shell of themselves at that point. They're not the same players that they were. So what you have is you have these new players, these younger guys coming in. I don't see that Jokic is going to just drop off. As long as he continues to stay healthy, he's going to continue to dominate. I do think that we're going to start seeing some new blood come in. I mean, I think Anthony Edwards is primed to be the face of the NBA if he can win. And I think that's because he doesn't play in the big market. He's going to have to win. Like Giannis had to win. Otherwise, Giannis is just a really good player.
Yeah, but he hadn't done anything since.
But he won.
Giannis ain't done.
But he won. And there's a bunch of dudes who haven't won.
He hasn't won like LeBron. He hasn't won like Steph. He hasn't won like Jordan. It's just like Brady.
Don't forget about Kobe. Kobe has 5 of them.
And Kobe, just all of those guys that are the dudes of their league. Yeah, they could be great. I mean, you can say the same thing with Tatum. He's great, but there's no dude. Now, is that better for the NBA, the fact that there's parity? I mean,
think
we
there
can sit
is.
here and debate that.
I think there is, because you get tired. I would get tired of seeing the same teams win. But the other problem is you don't have enough parity, because some of these franchises, they run their teams and it's a dumpster fire. They have no idea how to evaluate talent, draft talent, none of it.
The playoffs have. I think the playoffs have proven that the parity is good for the league. I think the playoffs have been pretty exceptional.
Yes, and I don't like the NBA, and I think the playoffs have been exceptional.
They've been entertaining. They've been competitive. They've been. I mean, it's been fun to watch. I'll tell you, who I like is Scanlon for freaking OKC. Do they call him Shea or whatever?
What?
Mm-hmm. They call him Shea, don't they, or whatever?
I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, the one that does the commercial with the tall post where they're singing off key and all that. Yeah, Chet Holmgren. Whatever.
Oh, Holmgren?
Yeah, that guy. No, not Chet. The guy with him in the commercial.
With him.
Oh, I don't get the
He's
commercials.
The one that plays for the Thunder.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh, he's like one of the.
Are you
best
talking
players
about Gilgeous Alexander?
Whatever his name is.
Oh my gosh, their best player. Literally their best player.
Yeah, they call it. There's a nickname he has. I think it's Shea or something.
It's SGA.
Yeah,
because he's got a hyphenated last name.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
I won't even make fun. No, he doesn't deserve it. No, I won't even make fun of him for that. But
yeah. And Jarvis is watching the TV. Bring it back.
Why do you? It's so damn frustrating doing this.
I do it to piss you off.
Anyway,
what is that? So are Fox still the Indians?
The Warriors.
Warriors.
Okay, Warriors. I couldn't think of what.
Dude, you ever drive up 55 and you see that on the soccer field? I mean, it's there.
Yeah, Fox Play.
Yeah,
soccer field. That's always and always will be a football field to me. Never soccer field.
Okay.
Speaking of, you brought up soccer again, so I have to go.
Oh my
with
gosh,
this.
Here we go. Shifting gears.
Robert Martucci, who's one of my good buds, went to the City game last night, right? And he puts in our text group that basically that he thinks soccer is the second best sport to watch live now.
Okay. So
I can't believe he put it in there. I got to make sure it's exactly how
so wait a minute. I gotta say here. So Martucci said that soccer is the second best. Did I hear that correctly? The second best in-person sport to watch.
Here's what he said.
He
said, "Well, boys, soccer is probably my new favorite sport to watch live." I replied back, "No way, dude." And he said, "No cap, Jug."
Oh my gosh!
I said, "No cap, no cap, really." But yes, he thinks it is his new favorite sport to watch live, and it's a shame Kevin and Jim. Wait, Kevin and Jim are never here, but if they were, they would like this.
Well,
and I had to throw it out there. And I don't care about throwing Robert Martucci under the bus because I've thrown him under the bus plenty of times other than this. So, my new favorite sport to watch live. I'm like, dude, come on now.
Was he intoxicated at any point when he said this?
No, this was this morning. Well, no, he was educating the minds of the future. So no,
okay.
He couldn't have been intoxicated.
So, all right. Well, I have to ask these. I have to ask questions for scientific purposes.
He teaches at a public school. There's no alcohol there.
Okay, like there's never any alcohol at a public school. Well, okay. So
not that we know of.
There you go. All right, but what's wrong with this? What's wrong with him? Did you let him off the hook by not setting him straight? I mean, come on, Jason. You really let him off the hook.
I said no way.
Okay, hey, Zach.
He said back no cap, and I'm like,
I don't want to say this on the show, Jarvis goes on a 15-minute rant.
Zach, I want you to describe if you text me that. If you text me that statement, what would my response be? No way.
No, it would have a lot. It would have a lot of 4-letter words, probably some inappropriate emojis.
Appropriate emojis.
Memes. That's good.
What emojis are inappropriate? Okay, wait, there are about 3. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
The one that you guys always send. What are you talking about?
I send a thumbs
Jim's
up.
The one
what do you mean, you guys?
Jim always sends that thing.
Yeah, poop emoji.
Yeah, ice cream.
You let him off the hook. You let him off the hook. You allowed him to say something stupid, and as a friend, you did not set him straight. You did not. You let it go. He says soccer is my new favorite sport to watch in person. You should have been like, the hell you just say?
Well, there was more stuff after that, but all of it was inappropriate, so I couldn't really get into that much. But But I was so surprised because he's a football coach.
He was so taken aback.
And I was so taken back. That's
That's
why I just
do my hands right now.
I know. I'm like, I was like, no way. So I'm gonna have to break down and go to one of these city games just to see what he's talking about.
Oh my gosh!
Now, do I ever think I'm gonna come back and say that? No.
Even if I equate it to
They
this,
even lost last night 2-1.
I equate
or 2-0, whatever it was. I don't know.
I equate recognizing that soccer is a fun sport to watch about the way that I would have said that I enjoyed listening to NSYNC or the Backstreet Boys when I was in high school. Because there was a certain thing that was said if a guy would say, I like listening to NSYNC or the Backstreet Boys. Somebody would definitely redirect that attitude from you if they heard you say that, if another dude heard you say that. It wasn't until probably about
I don't think I've ever heard a dude say that, but
15 or 20 years that I had like, I like listening to that music, and it's not a big deal. It will take me probably about 15 to 20 years to admit that I might enjoy watching a soccer game. I'm not going to do it right now because I don't want to, and I have a certain view of the sport. Very similar to what I was just describing. So I'm just saying, I equate it the same way.
Now all I can hear in my head is "Tell me why."
It's a great song. I have jammed out to that. I don't even care. I have no shame.
Tell me why. Oh my God! Nothing but a mistake. It's like watching soccer.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
There's been some good spoofs of that song too. Well, I mean,
sorry,
look,
I took us completely off the rails, but
that's part of the show.
We don't have Jim policing it. Today,
yeah.
So.
Oh, you guys are out of control now. He's talking to officials.
I'm on the TV, man. I was gonna say on the radio, but that local stuff's gone, so I don't know.
Hey, he's talking to the umpires about the plan for tomorrow. So keep that in mind.
Was that major? What, the major league umpires?
That dude hasn't been talking still. It's 9:30. Come on.
He's in bed. He's probably at the Mac. Let's be real. Come on, Jim. You're at the Mac. Just be honest. Yeah. You're getting all the messages, so I know you're around.
He's depressed. That stuff's the Mac's closing. He's all
No, the 09 is closing.
Oh, whoops, not the Mac. The 09's closing.
Which I think they're going to try to reopen another location, but they are closing that location. We'll probably try to do a show before they end up moving their location because it was fun. Anytime you go up there, it's a good little environment. I mean, it's small. But it's It's definitely
I just
fun.
kept getting hit by the door. It was fun.
That's all right. I mean, you're still.
It was
here.
not a bad place. It's not a bad place, and I think maybe. Never mind. I'm gonna leave Jim alone. He's not here to defend himself.
Oh, he'll definitely say something in the
Man,
chat later.
Jarvis, what is wrong with Jarvis?
I know you let some people off the hook.
What is this?
I'm
What
not
is going
letting
on
Martucci
with
off the
Jarvis?
hook. I'm sitting there bashing him about it here.
Does he need to go up to Mentality and check his testosterone levels, or what? What is going on?
Damn!
Dude, believe me.
Oh my!
Believe me, my testosterone levels are at an ultimate low right now. Probably you are correct.
Wow, that's definitely calling someone out there, Zach. Jeez, you're so. Gosh. You know, Chase, you not making enough testosterone.
Hey, could you?
You gonna make fun of him for being a diabetic while you're at it too, or what? I mean, come on, jeez.
Get yourself a candy bar. Let's go. Get yourself a Snickers. Hungry? Why awake? Go. Come on.
Man, this is rough.
Jason's like, you guys rip on me 13 or 14 more times.
He is. He is right now.
And I'm here and I'm getting ripped on. What the heck of Chris's hat? What the heck?
Man.
Oh my goodness.
So awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, well, and for the 190th episode, thanks for coming. See y'all later.
Jesus. I'm gone. Bye-bye. It's been cool. It's been fun.
Guys really 10 episodes will be 2-0-0.
Listen, I know we don't really plan at all.
Ever.
And when we do, half of us don't read the show notes.
Correct.
But we really need to do something for 200. We've got to do something.
I agree.
I mean,
let's go to Vegas. You want to play?
Are you buying? Hey, you got that Fox money now. I guess you're buying.
I'm afraid I'll be on vacation when that episode comes because we're talking. That's what 10 weeks,
possibly.
We can make it whatever because we're gonna have
make
holiday.
It. We need to make sure we're well. It doesn't matter what we do.
Weekend.
Jim will find some reason not to be here. A pipe will burst. He'll lose his internet.
We got squash umpiring. I gotta stop too. I gotta.
I gotta officiate some water polo at the YMCA.
Yeah, I gotta announce the E-games for college. I gotta do that.
You want to talk about another worthless waste of time?
I thought you were gonna start ripping on Jim.
He's a worthless. He ain't worth my time.
Oh my gosh! I was like, Jason's about to take it to another level. We'll be right back.
Let's talk about esports. That's the problem with America anyway. All these people, all they want to do is play on their phone.
Right?
Yeah, they can't shoot baskets. They can't make any shots. Hell, I can shoot better than half the people I know. I mean, what the hell?
Oh my gosh! Well, that one hurt. Like a tore stitch.
Side stitch. I got a side stitch right now.
Oh shoot! All right, we're gonna go to a quick commercial, and then when we come back, we'll finish up our last segment of the show. You're watching the coaches. Maybe you're watching. I don't know. Hopefully, you're watching the Coach's Box. We'll be right back.
I'm a bird stuck in Larry Bird's attic. And I'm going cuckoo.
What the heck?
What you got, Larry? May the best bird win. Rick, you may be a legend on the court, but you're an amateur up here. Heads up, Larry. So get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem, like me.
Mayhem is everywhere. Are you in good hands?
On average, heating and cooling account for around 40% of your energy bills. Introducing the efficient Daikin Fit, a revolutionary HVAC system for ducted homes. While other units use considerable energy turning on and off, the Daikin Fit saves energy through consistent comfort control. It's the perfect fit for homes like yours. See the difference. Feel the benefits. Daikin Fit.
Give Home by SMCI a call today at 636-337-4444 or email them at service@homebysmci.com.
Hey guys, if you've been in to check out the changes at Casey Buck's Grub and Pub, stop by, check us out. We've got awesome wings. We got great pizza. We got a steak sandwich, a steak salad. Holy cow, we got games. We've got lotto. We've got cold beer. We've got a little bit of everything. Stop by, check us out. Check out the weekly specials. Barbecue, pork steaks, yum. Harold's Market, thank you, my friends. Check us out. We are waiting for you.
Everybody, welcome to the third and final segment of the Coach's Box. If you're watching our show, you're probably watching on Facebook or YouTube. Don't forget you can subscribe, as the graphics did show. You can listen on Apple Podcasts or on Spotify. All of that is absolutely, positively free. We make sure it's free because we want you to enjoy our content, not behind the paywall. And if you are spending your time and wasting your time watching us on this show, there's a good chance that you don't want to pay for it, because why would you do that to yourself? So we want to make sure that you have the ability to do all of that for free. Thanks, Zach. Appreciate that. And anyway, appreciate you guys tuning in for this episode this evening. But what I really wanted to touch on this, I think this is actually big news going underneath the radar. If you are a fan of the NBA, or have been, even as long as we've watched the NBA, you're probably accustomed to watching the NBA game and then tuning in for the post-game show, which is Inside the NBA, which is aired on TNT. It first aired in 1989, and TNT got outbid for the rights to the NBA by NBC, and they will not have the rights for broadcasting NBA games. So Inside the NBA is supposed to be canceled after this year. So the show that's been on for nearly 4 decades that we are all accustomed to watching or enjoy watching, sometimes I've actually enjoyed watching that more than the game itself, is going away. And that is been a staple of the NBA in the entertainment of the NBA for a very long time, and I think that's absolutely terrible.
Well, you know what's terrible? Minnesota is up 49 points right now. That's
know, every now and then you lay an egg. Even the Lakers and the Celtics had those blowout games in the NBA Finals. I mean, it does happen.
So Charles Barkley was going to be a free agent no matter what, I think, after this season. He had already said that. So interesting. A show that's been around forever, and Shaq and them have been on the show since, I believe, 2011. So
yes,
is when Shaq joined the show.
Yep.
And that group has been together since 2011. So, I mean, if you're a major NBA fan, you have watched that show. And, you know, Shaq's an entertaining dude. And Charles always says some things that could be eye-popping and interesting. And so, yeah, those two fed off of each other. It's funny because people are already doing salutes, like goodbye salutes. And, one of them, a fan, was bringing up Charles Barkley and how he got a bracelet from his friend in the steam room. And they were like, towels were on, Chuck. You know, Chuck was like, towels were on. But he got his bracelet from his friend in the steam room. So, I mean, you know, Chuck always opens mouth, inserts foot. And, yeah, that's going to be, I mean, that's crazy. And it's not, and NBA is not going to be on TNT. That's even crazier to me.
Money, money, money.
Well, I mean, that's what it comes down to is the fact that NBC outbid TNT. And the thing that, you know, somebody would say, well, why wouldn't NBC just say, we're going to buy the rights to Inside the NBA or create a similar show and bring those guys on because they have really good chemistry. Obviously, with Kenny, who's been on there, I think since 1998. You said Shaq joined in 2011, but Ernie Johnson's been the host of the show since 1990. And the reason
he's been on it forever.
The reason that Ernie Johnson he has to be in Atlanta is because of his son. His son has, you know, like a major illness where he has to be taken care of quite a bit, actually, and Ernie Johnson actually does it a lot by himself. I mean, he's hires people, but I mean, his house is set up. There was I can't remember, it might have been on like a Real Sports.
60 Minutes? Oh, okay.
I think it might have been Real Sports. It could have been 60 Minutes, but they did a segment on Ernie Johnson. I mean, he's a wonderful human being. Number one, you know, kicked the illness that he had, and obviously his son got sick. So I mean, he can't go anywhere. And Turner Sports has done so much for him, and that's why the studio's in Atlanta and everything else, and that's where he's based. I mean, he can't go anywhere else to do this. So I don't know if NBC would make those accommodations for him to keep it all going. I mean, why would they? They could say, well, we'll just bring someone else in, and you'll all forget about Ernie Johnson at the end of the day if I can bring somebody to host and the other three guys. I don't know. I hate seeing it because you can just tell the chemistry is great. It really is. It's so entertaining, and I'm not joking when I say I have actually not watched any of the games and tuned in just for the inside the NBA, just to watch how those guys interact with each other, because it's entertaining. They'll talk about the game. They'll talk about in basketball, and then they just do fun stuff. You can just tell it's fun, and that's what at the end of the day, I mean, sports and fun and being entertained. Okay, great, checks all the boxes. That's what I want to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, again, you know, that's the chemistry, and not that we try to do anything that they do, but I mean, you go all the way back to the first few episodes when you guys started this. I mean, it was you two. I mean, the Jarvis and Chris, your guys' witty banter with each other. And I mean, it's kind of what I think we tried to model, at least a little bit of what we tried to do.
No, wait, Zach. First you said witty and then banter. And I don't know if we would have a lot of real witty banter, but we're just going to banter because that's just what we do. I mean,
right.
You can't don't give credit where there's no credit due here. Okay, comparing this show to Inside the NBA, I don't know about that. I mean, it's like, hey, we're striving for excellence.
Inside the NBA has better writers than Zach McVey. So I mean,
I don't write anything. No, but I mean, you hate to see those shows like that just go away. Us as kids, you had NBA Inside Stuff. I loved watching.
Oh
that.
yeah.
I mean, that was a show that was fun to watch, and I don't know. I guess you just have to grow and evolve, and the personalities. Shaq's personality, Charles Barkley's personality, how they go back and forth. It just, I don't know, makes a highlight. It makes a highlight for fans and for viewers, and hopefully that as the NBA again, they're trying to grow. Hopefully they find somehow some way to create a show that's similar.
Well, I don't know if I mean, I can't remember who it was. It's not TBS. Who else is doing NBA? Is it ESPN or ABC? What's
Probably
the other
Disney.
Network? No, I'm just saying because
it's Disney, it's going to be ESPN.
I think it was
ESPN's the game of this is
it's ESPN because Stephen A. Smith was on there on their post game, and it's just not the same. It's like, oh, okay, that's great. You're not, you're giving me all this insight, and they're doing a good job of trapping the ball screen. It's like, dude, I just got done watching the game. I want to hear some. Somebody make a point and then someone look at me like, man, that's just stupid. Chuck, that was dumb. I want to hear something like that. I want to hear them all make fun of Kenny. Not just like,
I
okay,
want to see Kenny stroll up the stairs and fall on his face.
Yeah, I mean that's what I want to see something like that. I want to be entertained. That's why I'm watching this.
Dang, you saw is this McVey talking or is Miller talking?
Well, I mean,
told you at the end of the day, hey,
are you entertained?
Right.
Look, if I'm going to watch a game that's not even real basketball anymore, then by God, I want to watch something that's fun. It's not okay. I watched that. What's that dude's name from Dallas? The center. He caught a pass. There's a pick and roll. Actually, he rolls the basket. He caught it. He took 2 steps as he had the ball in his hands and took 3 steps from right inside the 3-point line and dunked the ball. Like, you took 7 steps, 6 to 7 steps. And it's like,
away with it?
Well, yeah. How are you an official at the highest level? The highest level. We talk about NBA MLB umpires making mistakes. And I get it. You let more stuff go in the NBA for whatever freaking reason. I don't know. That's the easiest call to make in basketball is a travel. The easiest. And that is the easiest play. It's one thing if you have the little gather step and all. No, it's the easiest call to make, and you don't get it right, and there's 3 of you out there. You're kidding me. How is that even possible? Again, it's not real. It's not real basketball. So if I'm going to watch the game, I want to be entertained when I watch the post-game show. Sorry, not going to change my mind. Sorry.
Well, we're talking about basketball. What'd you guys think about Caitlin Clark's first game?
Here you go. You. There you go, Zach. Go ahead.
Did you tune in?
It's your time. It's your time, Zach. It's your time. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, Zach. Chris, did you watch?
Yes, I watched. Why would
I had other things to do.
I'm just exactly. Chris said other thing.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I flipped between the NBA, the Cardinals, and Caitlin Clark.
Hey, Jim, did you watch? No, Jim didn't watch. You never know. Kevin didn't watch. No. So it just proves my point that
here we go.
Give it time, and the world beater of Caitlin Clark in college basketball, people will get tired of it. People won't tune in. And all the same things that have been talked about the last 20 years of WNBA, just rinse, repeat, next. I mean, it is what it is. So now, do I hope they succeed? Yes. Do I want them to succeed?
I don't feel like you do.
But, it's called reality. Okay, it's called reality. Until
that's what he spits out is real.
Real talk. Real talk, bruh.
Hey,
real talk.
Until you start getting that around the entire league, which you haven't done in 20 years, and you complain, hey, it is what it is. It'll be, unfortunately, just like the girl from Oregon who can't remember her name either. Just like everybody else that's been a college star for women's basketball.
Caitlin Clark's name is not going to be just forgotten.
Okay.
Nope.
Yeah, right. That's a bad take there.
You think?
Yeah, yes. Skip Bayless, I think that's a bad take.
All right, well, hey,
Skip Bayless.
those ice cold, those frozen takes on Facebook. You need to follow it, and I need to take all of your takes that you've said, and then start making tweets about them, and say, here's one for your books right here. Here's one right here. Boom.
Yeah.
Ice cold, baby.
Clark is not going to be just forgotten. Nope.
I'm saying the WNBA
is going to be forgotten.
Well, yeah, nobody's going to tune in.
Oh, stop!
Nobody, give it.
I watched it.
Okay. I'm just saying. All right. I'm telling you. Hey, history repeats itself like it's done every year.
I will say. I'm going to say this, Zach. If the WNBA does not take off and do well with the class of players that they have in there now, it is their own damn fault that they could not market these players like the college teams apparently could. So you have access to, a national market, and you can't do that. That's your fault.
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
Go back to Angel Reese and the other girl that was drafted. Like, they had their game. They had a marquee matchup for game 1, and it's on ESPN2. It's nowhere. It's not found anywhere else. It's on the Ocho, and so it's
Zach, you act like ESPN2 is ESPN whatever.
Yeah,
Deportes.
Yeah. Yeah, it might as well have been.
No, ESPN2 is still it's a national game.
Well, 208's what? ESPNU?
Yes. Yes.
Dude, I don't know. I think they're trying. I mean, did you see them? They took pictures. They filmed them all coming in their game day fits. And how about the tight end? The tight end used to be Wallen, his wife, ex-wife now. Did you see her outfit?
No. Jason, be careful what you make comments about. The internet is forever here.
It wasn't much of an outfit, is what I'm saying. But so they're trying to promote it in their own way, for sure.
I mean, I want to see him succeed because I think the brand of basketball on the women's side is better to watch right now than the men's.
My brother said at least the women don't travel.
They don't. They ain't gonna take 7 steps to the damn ball.
Hey, and I go back to this, and I know we kind of teased about it, but like you look at her game, look at Caitlin Clark's game. None of the other players in the WNBA want her to succeed. It's like, if I can't succeed and I can't make the money, you can't make the money, you can't succeed. Instead of realizing, wait a second, this is our opportunity to get to spread the game and to grow the game. No, we're gonna.
Yeah, Dana Taurasi or whatever.
Diana Taurasi.
Yeah, shut your mouth.
So close.
And again,
I almost. But shut your mouth. I mean, you're being stupid. How can you not want her to succeed? That's dumb.
Look, you don't have to say you don't have to think that you want her to succeed because you're a competitor. But what you don't need to do is to go out there and publicly say you don't want her to succeed, because that's stupid. That is taking any kind of momentum and fire to the league that you played in for the last however many years and just pissing all over it.
There's so many things I want to say of why that's happening. I just
go ahead, because we're probably thinking the exact same thing. You say it though. You say it.
No, Zach.
You coach girls. Wait, so did I, but I'm not doing it.
No, you can't say those things, because then when you do, like in a commencement speech, then all of a sudden everybody in the world hates you.
I'm glad you brought that up too. People's reading comprehension is so bad. And their listening skills are so bad. He didn't say that this is what they had to be. It aggravated the crap out of me.
Zach said something about it, and I said, well, you can't tell women they need to be in the kitchen. That's not what he said. I just because I knew he was going to go on a tangent about it.
But dude, I'm not kidding you. I could screenshot this crazy girl that I went to high school with, and she's acting like he said that they all need. He is horrible. Whoa, we should all be barefoot, pregnant in the kitchen. I'm like, that's not what he was saying. You totally
if you want to do that, which nobody I don't think wants to do, barefoot, people pregnant in the kitchen.
Listen, we say this, and we're coaches, and we understand this. Perception is reality, and people hear what they want to hear. That is the issue. Is that they're quick to judge. They're definitely not slow to listen and comprehend. And this is, again, why I don't know. We're tying it back to the WNBA. I don't think that's why I say give it some time, and it'll be like, okay, great. Hey, let's go when college basketball starts. Let's talk about Juju at USC, or let's talk about Paige over at UConn. It'll just be rinse and repeat.
Well, the fact that you don't want somebody to do well, man. I mean, look, again, I don't have to want them to do well, but I sure as heck don't need to put it out there publicly. You want to say like, we're gonna rise up to the challenge when we play her. We're gonna make sure, you give some cliches. Let's do that. Not say something stupid, because that was stupid. It was just to me it's unprofessional. It is, especially for pro athletes.
She showed her true colors, man.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want anyone's name to be above mine in this. Are you kidding me? I'm the greatest.
I mean, I used to like, I appreciated the way that Diane Taurasi played the game. Watch her when she played at UConn.
I agree.
I don't like her.
She soured me big time when she. And it doesn't matter if it was Caitlin Clark or what's the girl from LSU that came out to
Reese.
Angel Reese.
They both still had okay games. This is their first ever professional basketball game. I mean, I looked at their stat lines and wasn't like, oh my God, they're terrible. No, I mean, terrible. Caitlin Clark had some fouls called on her that I thought were BS in that game.
Well, and her coach did come out and say that we can't have silly fouls. And that's true. You also can't have 10 turnovers.
And Dave's right. Jealousy. That's all that was. Taurasi looked like a jealous
person.
Juvenile. Yeah, juvenile. To me. Reminds me of freshman girls. That's what it reminded me of. Freshman girl fight.
Whoa.
What? I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Or, junior high girls, whatever you want to call it.
Why hasn't it taken off over 20 years?
Well, then maybe that's something that the PR and marketing people should come in and say, hey, you might feel that way, but don't say that. Right.
Can't say that in 2024.
Don't say anything stupid.
Well, the problem is these people don't realize they're that stupid, and they say something like that, and you can't take it back. It's everywhere.
That toothpaste is out of the tube. Yeah, it is what it is.
Kind of like Marchusi's soccer comments.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We are not putting that crap back in the tube. What?
No, he could not take that away.
Absolutely not.
I think I'm gonna have to text him after the show and be like, really?
You need to.
Do it, please.
If you're watching this show and you know him, please send him a message and let him know how terrible it is.
Or if you watch it tomorrow or you watch it over the weekend, whenever you watch, feel free.
Yeah, text Robert. You want me to put his number up? Hold on. No.
555.
If you want to leave a note on his door, here's his address.
There's so many things I want to say about his address, but it's all right. Let's go.
Oh, man.
Show's over. We're almost to 200 people. That's all I know.
That's right. We're getting there. We are closing in on it. Well, for everybody who's here and for those guys who are not here because they're losers, appreciate you guys tuning in for another episode of the Coach's Box. We will see you guys all again next week. Take care then. Bye-bye now. Episode of the Coach's Box, Call It Like We See It podcast is brought to you by Off the Rails Media. Life's more fun when you're off the rails.